Greetings, 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 royal family. Welcome back to another review for Shahs of Sunset. So I'm doing something a little different. I'm watching this in real time and giving play-by-play commentary. So let's get into it. So we're still at Sarah's pool party, okay? Reza blew up at MJ. MJ blew up at Reza. Reza left, before he left actually. Reza is saying, oh, to MJ, her uterus is no good because she had 10 abortions. MJ threw a drink in Reza's face. So Reza is upset. He truly believes that MJ plotted against him to make up these quote unquote rumors. No, what MJ did was expose that all of this is Adam's fault and that they both cheat on each other. So Reza got mad. That's why he basically said what he said about MJ and her abortions. So Mike is talking to MJ, trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. Like, why would he blow up at you like that? And MJ's like, well, she's casually like leaving out the fact that she mentioned that Reza and Adam cheat on each other. I'm sorry, but this is all Nima's fault. This is Nima's fault. Nima had no business bringing MJ to the pool party without letting Reza or anybody else know. So as far as I'm concerned, since they want to blame things on Destiny, they need to be pointing the blame, as far as this is concerned, on Nima. Totally out of pocket. So now Mike has to do damage control, and they stressing Mike out. Now, as far as the cheating, I mentioned in the last review, I think it was, that this is not new information because this was brought up at one of the reunions, and they just so happened to flashback. It was season 7 reunion when there were rumors of cheating, and Reza said he wanted to get a divorce. So Reza's just mad because, just like he does, he puts everybody else's business out, and MJ's the one that can always get him together. That's why he said what he said about her almost dying and having 10 abortions and yada yada, which was like trash, straight up trash. So Mike is trying to talk to not Reza. Mike is trying to talk to MJ. MJ gets on the phone and calls her man Tommy, her husband, and they're like, no, don't call Tommy. Of course she's gonna call Tommy. That's her man. Why would she fight with Reza when she has a man that could stick up for her? And of course, so she ends up leaving. So now again, Mike has to do damage control, and they stressing Mike out. Mike's supposed to be working on his building, and they stressing him out. Now Mike is giving a rundown, right, in his confessional. Mike believes that MJ heard the rumor, but she didn't start the rumor. He believes that she heard it, she spread it, but she didn't start it. And he also said something that I agree with. He said to MJ at the pool party, the sick thing about their friendship is that everyone will know each other's business. And then when they get mad, even when they don't get mad, they'll spread each other's business. Like the most secretive things shared between everybody, they start blurting it out for the whole world to know. And he said that's the sick part of the friendships between them that he can't stand. And I have to say, I agree. I mean, it happens, but I agree, Mike. I agree. Like I said, Reza is mad because his secret is exposed. MJ says, look, there was nothing for me to come back and tell Reza because everything that Reza heard, he already knows. And it makes me wonder. I thought the same thing, but it makes me wonder. And this is when they pan back to season 7 reunion, when Reza said that he wanted to get a divorce because obviously there was talks of infidelity on both parts. So it makes me wonder, like, Reza, are you mad at MJ because she said what she said in front of everybody? But Reza has a history of telling everybody's business. So it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I don't feel sorry for Reza, not one bit. So 24 hours later, after this whole pool party debacle, right? We see Reza, he's walking in his backyard and he sees that his plants were tossed all over the place. So he goes in the house, he and Adam are talking. So it's revealed, and it's also on camera, that Tommy went to Reza's place. I guess he went to talk to him and they weren't there. So he started tossing around plants. So Reza was just actually coming back in this scene from court to get a temporary restraining order against Tommy. He said that Tommy called him before all of this took place. Tommy called him and he was cussing Reza out. So Reza says, oh, no big deal, just Tommy being ghetto trash, and hung up on him. He said he had no idea that Tommy was actually en route to his house. Reza ticked me off, and I'm not even surprised, right? Because Reza gives very much, I can do it to you, but you can't do it to me. And here's what I mean by that. Reza got a restraining order against Tommy because Tommy tossed around some plants and some pots in his backyard, and says that he wants him prosecuted to the fullest extent, and they're going to go, this is a temporary restraining order, and they're going to go to court. Now, it's interesting. Do you guys remember when Reza went to the restaurant with Destiny to confront Ali, and Ali had receipts showing that Adam was sending inappropriate text messages? Ali said that this is borderline harassment. Reza said, if you say harassment one more time, I'm going to get up and do yada yada. Ali said harassment. Reza got up, threw a drink in his face, and started grabbing and shoving him. So who's ghetto trash, Reza, according to your definition? Ali should have did the same thing that you're trying to do to Tommy. And come to find out, the reason why Tommy actually went over there is because after this pool party incident, Reza went online on social media, on Instagram, and started posting all of the text messages that Tommy was sending Reza at the time that MJ was in the hospital. Her personal business, talking about her having a hysterectomy and how difficult her pregnancy was and how she had to have a hysterectomy right after giving birth. So Reza posted this, and he thought that Tommy wasn't going to come see about him. Reza, knock it off. You are not a victim. You're a victim of your own karma, but you're not a victim. Tommy tossed around some pots and pans and not pans, but pots and flowers. You lucky he didn't toss you up. And why did you feel the need, Reza? Why did Reza feel the need to go on social media? You had it out with MJ face to face already. And then you go on social media and then you leak or post private text messages about MJ's health condition. Reza, you straight trash. Adam talking about he don't feel safe. This is all Adam's fault. All of this is because of Adam's fault. Anyway, so we move on. We see MJ in her fly royal blue jumpsuit. So she's meeting up with Nima for whatever reason again, and Mike. So Nima and Mike, well, Mike feels like that MJ told Tommy to go to Reza's house. Judging by Tommy's personality, I don't think MJ needs to tell him much of anything. What Reza did ticked Tommy off. Like, you put their personal business on social media. Like, what is wrong with you? You know what I mean? So the thing is now MJ can't bully around, Reza can't bully around MJ no more. MJ has a man at home, okay? And he is willing to stick up for her, rightfully so. I totally get it. I understand. I mean, granted, Tommy shouldn't have gone on anybody's personal property, but he did toss around some plants. But I don't get why Reza all of a sudden now, or Adam is all of a sudden now scared. Adam, this is your fault. So Nima is telling MJ, basically trying to blame her for Tommy going to Reza's house. First of all, Nima, if anybody's going to be to blame, it's going to be you, Nima, because nobody told you to bring MJ to this pool party without anybody knowing. And also Adam is to blame as well, because all of this started because Adam was basically cheating on Reza. And Reza is using all of this MJ stuff as an excuse, as a scapegoat, you know, because he's embarrassed about his man doing extramarital activities is getting out. You trash, Reza. So Gigi goes to see her lawyer. Her divorce is final from Shalom. Remember that crazy dude that she was married to for a good 6 weeks or so? Finally, they're divorced. So her lawyer's just basically telling her leave him alone because not enough time has passed in this divorce, because he can go back and basically say, oh, no, I signed these papers under false pretenses. So she's divorced, but she's not out of the woods yet. So her lawyer's just telling her, look, don't tick him off. And she's talking about her using an anonymous sperm donor to get pregnant. And she is just happy. I'm glad that she's divorced from Shalom. He is crazier than Gigi was. And I don't know where she found him from, but I'm glad that it's over. So that's what Gigi is up to these days, honey. So again, still nervous about this girl becoming somebody's mother. I'm just keeping it real. So we move on to see Destiny, who is meeting up with Nima. Nima loves meeting up with people, huh? So Destiny is telling Nima about his little sit down with Sarah, who is still upset about the fact that, Destiny is sleeping with her brother. I don't know why she cares who her brother is sleeping with, but whatever. So she's still in contact with Sam, Destiny, and she says she's just going to keep it cute and flirty, and she's just going to have her fun. Again, she's grown, so it is what it is, but she's having a little event in Arizona, so she's going to be inviting everyone, and she wants everyone to come in early because she has something planned for everyone. So she doesn't really want to invite Sarah, but she most likely will. Destiny's she's nice like that. She likes to keep the peace. So we shall see what is going to happen now in Arizona on this trip. Lord. So there's a meeting down at Mike's house. Okay, Reza called a meeting at Mike's house. This guy is so arrogant. And he wants everybody in the room to know that he can never, ever, ever have anything to do with Tommy and MJ again. Sarah shows up for whatever reason. She's new to the group. Why is she at the meeting? It's Destiny, Nima, Mike, Adam, MJ, and Sarah. So Reza is apologizing profusely to Sarah for ruining her pool party. And she says, there's no need to apologize. She said, who invited MJ anyway? Nima. Nima was the one that invited MJ and did not tell anyone that he was bringing MJ to the pool party. What I find interesting about Reza is your best friend of umpteen years had a baby, had a life-altering surgery. She almost died. You never came to visit her in the hospital. You never came to visit the baby. And all of a sudden, you're gathering everyone around and telling them that you can't have anything to do with MJ. No, you feel guilty. So you're trying to get your alliance together. Reza, this is low. This is low for you. And I'm just wondering who is going to be the one to call Reza on his BS. Usually it's Mike, and then they end up fighting and falling out. But Mike is not really saying much of anything. Mike is probably used to this because they always fight all the time and it gets brutal. And he's just hoping that the two can reconcile. But I'm really shocked that Mike is not calling Reza out on his stuff and Adam out on his stuff. So now I guess it's going to be everyone against MJ now. Because you know how Reza is, like a child. You either choose me or you choose that person. So Reza and Nima, they're talking. Nima says that, he apologizes. He just figured that MJ and Reza had a 30-year friendship, so they would, smooth things over. Reza says that he's being flippant about his feelings. See, everything has to come back to Reza. It always has to be about Reza. Reza says, I wish that I hadn't disclosed her personal medical information, which he put online. He said because that has nothing to do with anything. He wished that he didn't do that. Yeah, I bet. Because Tommy is gunning for you now. That's probably the only reason why you wish that you hadn't put that information out. Miss me, Reza. Not buying it. So Destiny's little rendezvous trip to Arizona is underway. Shervin, who we haven't seen in a minute, Nima and Mike, they're all in Arizona. They actually said that they got kicked off of the plane. That's why they were late in LA. They got kicked off of a plane because they were discriminated against because of how they look. I don't know about Nima because Nima doesn't look like a Persian anything. But anyway, they made it to Arizona and Destiny is wasted. She's nervous. It's the day before her big event. There's an MMA fight that she is partnered up with and she has dancers, and so everything is all set in motion. And again, she wanted some of her Shah friends to come a day before because she said that she had something planned. So Mike feels that the reason why Destiny is drunk in the middle of the day before her big event, is because she is harboring guilt about Reza and MJ falling out. And I have to say I agree with that. I totally agree. Reza and Adam are not on this trip. Reza decided to take Adam to Hawaii for his birthday. MJ's not on the trip. Tommy is not there. So it's not, and Gigi didn't go either. So it's not all the Shahs, but we'll see what happens. Lord, we'll see what happens. So we move on to see MJ, who's happy because Vida, her mother, is now retired. So, but in this scene, MJ reveals that Destiny didn't invite her to Arizona for her event. And the reason why she didn't invite her, this is what MJ feels, is because Destiny knows the truth. So MJ is basically saying that the day that Destiny has to face her, she's shook about that because the truth will come out and it will prove that Destiny is a big fat liar. Uh-oh. So does this mean that Destiny really is the cause of all of this? But I don't care who was the one that revealed that Adam did what he did. The guy Ali had proof. So Destiny, are you really the snake? So we shall see. Tommy and Vida are saying Destiny ain't your friend, MJ. So maybe Mike is right. Mike said that Destiny feels guilty. That's why she's getting drunk, and maybe she is a snake. We shall see. So Gigi's pregnant. She got her results back, her test results back. So the embryo transplant was a success. So Gigi's mom is happy. Gigi's friend is happy. Gigi is happy. And of course, I knew that because I did see photos online of a very pregnant Gigi at her baby shower. And guess who was in the photo? Reza. So all the way in Arizona, Mike, Nima, and Shervin are in the hotel room. And Mike gets a call from MJ, who is crying on the phone, but she says that things just doesn't feel good. And she's upset about the whole situation. Mike is just telling her that, look, you have to own up to your responsibility in this. Everybody needs to own up to their responsibility in this. And MJ is just saying, look, when I had lunch with you and Nima, I felt attacked. I kind of got that as well. It did seem like they were blaming Nima was blaming MJ for what it is that Tommy did, and Mike's whole thing is, look, MJ feels guilty because everything is setting in and she kind of took it too far. So he says, when he gets back to LA, he'll set something up so everybody can sit down and talk. So they're headed to dinner, and it looks like they are now going to be setting their fangs yet again on Destiny. So it seems like the more pressure that's being applied, the truth is coming out little by little. So they're at dinner, and they let Destiny know that MJ called. MJ is standing firm on her story that, not MJ, who would I say? Destiny is standing firm on her story that MJ knew about this all along, about the inappropriate text messages between Adam and this Ali guy. And Destiny is saying that Ali told her that MJ told him to expose this, to do this. Again, it seems like Adam is absolved of all of this. It just seems like Adam is absolved of all of this. If Adam wasn't sending inappropriate text messages as a married man to anyone, there would be no secrecy and no revealing of anything. But of course, Adam is getting off scot-free. So they're trying to get Destiny to quote unquote own up to what she did, right? There's 3 guys interrogating her. She gets emotional. She starts crying. She doesn't like the fact that MJ is not owning up. Destiny doesn't like the fact that MJ is not owning up to her doing, and what she said and did. Shervin, it's like, Shervin, where have you been all season long? Shervin is coming at her kind of hard, saying you have to own up to what you did. Destiny loses it. She loses it. She's spazzing out. She calls Shervin a piece of ish. And Nima seems to think that Destiny is acting very guilty. She's very emotional. Mike is trying to keep the peace. Who would have thought? Because Mike used to be a raging bull. But Mike is trying to keep the peace. Destiny ends up walking off. So now Nima and especially Shervin think that Destiny is guilty of something and she was the one that, I guess, caused all of this. Again, everyone is losing sight of the fact that had Adam been faithful in his marriage, none of this would have happened. This is Adam's fault. So we move on to see MJ. MJ basically says in her confessional, she showed Tommy, her husband, the posts that Reza put up on Instagram, which were text messages between Reza and Tommy about MJ's medical status when she was in the hospital. Tommy wanted Reza's phone number. MJ gave it to him. He called him. MJ hung up. Tommy went over there to have a conversation. Luckily, Adam and Reza were not at home, so he tossed some plants around. Tommy ends up breaking down. He says, he made a promise to MJ's father, who passed away, that he would protect her. He said that when his son was born, he keeps thinking about the fact that he could have lost MJ because, again, she had a difficult pregnancy and a difficult birth. She had to go into surgery right after giving birth to baby Shams, her son. And it triggered Tommy. Tommy's breaking down, crying. He lost his mother when he was young. He loves MJ. And I'm going to say this. I think that Reza is jealous of the fact that Tommy loves MJ the way he does. Because for a long time, it was always, oh, you're getting old, MJ. No one's ever going to want you. You're never going to have a baby. You're never going to find a man. When Reza got married, I guess he thought like he was the friend that got married first. But your husband is rolling around here cheating on you, Reza that is. And Tommy will go to bat for MJ. And Tommy feels bad because, he doesn't want to go to jail over this, but he does not take back what he did. He said that he vowed to protect his wife. He made a promise to himself and he made a promise to MJ's dying father at the time that he would protect MJ. And you know what? He also said, you are responsible for the words that come out of your mouth. You can't take them back. And although I'm glad that Reza and Adam were not at home, I can respect Tommy for sticking up to Reza, standing up to Reza, because of what he did. And Reza needs to take responsibility. Granted, you can say something, it doesn't give someone the right to put their hands on you, but don't act stupid and think that you can say whatever you want to someone and they might not put their hands on you. That's just facts. MJ said that she is 100% standing by her husband's side, and I think that she should. The same way Reza is standing by Adam's side when all of this is Adam's fault because Adam was cheating. I am rocking with the fact that MJ is standing by her husband. These are the same people, her so-called friends are the same people that did not come to visit her when she was on bed rest. They didn't come to visit her when she almost died, when her baby almost died in the hospital after she had the baby. But Reza had not enough class, but he didn't have enough class to not call MJ while she was in ICU in the hospital. He found time to call her then, but he loves throwing out classless when referring to Tommy. Classless trash. What's classless and what's trash is the fact that you do these malicious things. Reza does these malicious things to people. And when things come back around him, he wants to play the victim. Now he wants all of the rest of the Shahs to quote unquote pick a side. You know what I would do? That would automatically make me not want to deal with Reza because I'm an adult. So you don't tell me who I can and cannot be friends with. If you feel that I have to pick a side and it's easy for you to cut me off that way, then we were never friends anyway. So I rock with MJ. Even though MJ might have stirred the pot or whatever, I still don't understand how Destiny is at fault for any of this. According to MJ, Ali showed her something, told her something, and she gave him the option. Look, you better be the one to confront Reza with this. I don't know. So we'll see how that pans out. But I am rocking with Tommy. I'm sorry. and I hope that he doesn't end up in jail. I think that Reza has to make himself look good because he's covering up for Adam because there's infidelity on both parts. That has been revealed last season and seasons prior to them even getting married. So I think that he's going to be going full throttle with the legal ramifications of all of this. You know, like Tommy said, I broke a couple of plants. I ain't break his legs. He lucky. Because Reza, what you did by outing her and putting that information on social media, that was straight trash. And what did you think was going to happen? You thought that, oh, MJ was just going to coddle up and cry. But she has a man now that's going to stand up for her. And you leaked information that the two of you shared. So we'll see what happens next week. I'm not here for Reza at all season. I'm not here for it. But they go through this all the time. They make up, they break up, they make up, they break up. But so far, the season is getting juicy. It's definitely getting juicy. So we're gonna see if they're gonna continuously try to nail Destiny to the cross, and we're gonna see if Destiny is lying. MJ, I already know she's not gonna be changing her story. So, Royal Family, this concludes this review for Shahs of Sunset Season 8, I think it is, and I don't remember the episode. It'll be in the description. If you enjoyed the commentary, be sure to hit the like button. Make sure you are sharing the videos. I definitely don't mind. And check out the other awesome content on the channel. There's plenty to choose from. So, I'll see you for Shahs next week. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.